A validation job failed, but the box still showed success. No alarms fired. The result? A $2.4 million payroll error. What broke? Let's break down AutoSys Fault Tolerance and Recovery, how it works, and the exact mistake behind that failure. AutoSys Fault Tolerance is about designing systems that degrade gracefully. The box terminator attribute forces an entire box to fail when a critical job inside it fails, preventing silent data corruption. Without box terminator, a box can report success even when critical jobs inside it have failed. Setting box terminator equals true ensures the box fails immediately on first child failure, killing all remaining children. The retries attribute tells AutoSys to automatically rerun a failed job up to n times. This is great for transient failures, but each retry runs the script from scratch, so idempotency is critical. Here's a job with n retries set to 3. It will retry up to 3 times after the initial failure. The alarm only fires after all retries are exhausted. Use box terminator on jobs where failure invalidates all downstream work. Data validation jobs are prime candidates. Here, the validation job has box terminator set to 1. If it fails, the entire out box fails immediately, and all pending jobs are terminated. Alarm if fail triggers an alarm, but only after all retries are used. If you need immediate notification, set n retries to 0 or use a custom wrapper. This job has n retries set to 0, so alarm if fail fires immediately on the first failure. Use this for time-critical jobs. At the infrastructure level, AutoSys supports HA with a primary and shadow event server. The shadow monitors the primary and takes over if it fails, but failover is not instantaneous. Use these commands to check the status of your HA setup. Verify the shadow is in sync and test failover regularly. Recovery jobs are designed to repair state after a failure. They should be idempotent and placed in a separate box that triggers on failure conditions. This recovery box triggers when out box fails. It runs a rollback script and then notifies the team. Note the use of conditions to chain jobs. This is the same issue we highlighted at the start. Here's exactly why that happened. The validation job failed, but because box terminator was not set, the box continued. Downstream jobs ran on stale data and produced corrupt output. The box reported success, so no alarm fired. The validation job lacked box terminator, so when it failed, the box continued and downstream jobs ran on corrupt data, causing a $2.4 million payroll error. The fix was simple: add box terminator 1 to the validation job. Now, if validation fails, the box fails immediately and no downstream jobs run. Also added a success condition as a safety net. Without box terminator, a validation failure doesn't stop the box. Downstream jobs run on bad data, and the box still reports success. This is exactly what caused the $2.4 million payroll error. This is the exact mistake that caused the incident. The validation job was missing box terminator, so its failure didn't stop the box. Always mark validation jobs as box terminators. If a recovery job is not idempotent, running it multiple times can make problems worse. Always use control tables or checkpoints to ensure safe reruns. Setting n retries to 10 means the job retries 10 times before alarming. If the failure is permanent, you've just delayed detection by hours. Keep retries to 2 or 3 maximum. A payroll job with n retries, 10 and alarm if fail, 1 retried for 40 minutes before alarming. A simple missing file could have been detected instantly. For time-sensitive jobs, reduce retries or use custom alerting. Many teams discover their shadow event server isn't actually in sync only when they need it. Test failover quarterly in a non-production environment. In AutoSys R11.3 and earlier, box terminator only stops the box after the failing child job completes its current run. It does not immediately kill running children. Starting in R12.0, box terminator triggers an immediate SIGTERM, then SIGKILL, on all running children. If your environment is pre-R12, test that child jobs are designed to handle abrupt termination, as they may not be killed instantly. The article mentions using sendEvent to change job statuses, but does not show how to dynamically enable box terminator on a running box. Use sendEvent eChange status stopo failure jbox name to set box terminator at runtime without editing JIL. This is useful for ad hoc recovery or testing. If your box uses global variables, e.g., today, that are set by a job inside the box, setting box terminator, one on that job will kill the box before the variable is propagated to downstream jobs. This can cause downstream jobs to run with stale or undefined variables on retry. Always set global variables in a separate job outside the box or use retries on the variable setting job instead. Use autorep to check job attributes. The Q flag shows the full definition. Use sendEvent to force a retry after fixing the issue. Let's run through some common interview questions. How does retries work? Auto retries after failure, alarm after exhaust. What is box terminator? Forces box failure on child job failure. How to ensure downstream jobs don't run after validation failure. Use box terminator and success. Conditions. And a few frequently asked questions. What does retries do? Specifies number of automatic retries after failure. When to use box terminator? On validation or prerequisite jobs. How to test failover. Stop primary event server and verify shadow promotes. To summarize, use box terminator on validation jobs, keep retries low, understand alarm timing, make recovery jobs idempotent, and test your setup regularly. Ready to go deeper? Up next, AutoSys job failure handling and restart, then AutoSys real-world patterns and best practices, then AutoSys integration with SAP and Oracle. Find them all at TheCodeForge.io. Thanks for watching. The full article and code examples are covered in detail at TheCodeForge.io.